Hello and welcome back to an all-new episode of Caregivers Community. I am Danielle and I'm going to give you a little bit of my history before we begin the video. I am a full-time family caregiver to my mom who has ovarian cancer. I have been her full-time caregiver for almost 3 years now. I am an unpaid family caregiver because I do focus mostly on caring for my own family member who is my mom, and there are differences between paid caregivers and just focused family caregivers who are taking care of their family members. Again, I'm not going to get into that right now because that's not what this video is about. I just want to start off though by thanking people who are commenting on my channel, who are challenging me, who are educating themselves, and who are also educating me. I really appreciate all the love that I'm receiving, and I also really do appreciate all the comments and all the views that you are giving me and all the subscriptions that you are subscribing to this channel because you find something relatable or you're connecting to it in some kind of way. I just really want everybody to know that I appreciate you. I see you, whether you're a paid family caregiver or an unpaid family caregiver. You are welcome here on this channel, Caregivers Community, with open arms, with lots of love. And we are a community, and together we will change the world, and what we do is really powerful and beautiful, meaningful, impactful, and we're making a difference in the lives of families everywhere. So I just wanted to add that because have been a few comments, and I just really want to appreciate everybody because there's always something to be grateful for, especially during the holiday season. Even more so, there's so much to be appreciative for and thankful for and grateful for. So with that, I will start with the video. We're going to be talking about holiday self-care. Now, whether you're a paid family giver, again, or an unpaid family caregiver, self-care is really important. If you need time to just delegate or order in instead of making a big meal, that's totally okay. Accepting help from family members is welcome. I know that it's not easy to accept help from another person because you're used to doing it either for 8 hours a day or 24 hours a day, just solo work by yourself. But by allowing somebody to help you even for a couple of days, just to give you a little bit of a break is really important. We have to allow people in to help us, even if it's just for a day or two, to help us with the holidays. Also, listening to maybe your favorite holiday music would really help pump everybody up and help you feel better and create an atmosphere that's really warm, loving, and fuzzy. And usually dancing is usually such a good exercise, and it also really helps you feel good and helps you endorphins and stuff move around and helps you feel better and feel less tired and grumpy. And especially when it's holiday music, there's a special kind of fuzzy feelings that we get from it. There are sad Christmas songs, obviously, and if we do feel like a good cry, because crying is part of self-care too, we can listen to those songs. It's just a matter of what you feel comfortable doing. There's no forcing. Self-care is about making yourself feel good. So do things that make you feel good, like certain Christmas movies. If certain Christmas movies have something that trigger you, don't watch those certain Christmas movies, but maybe watch other Christmas movies or other holiday movies like Hanukkah movies or Kwanzaa movies that brighten up your spirit and give you comfort this holiday season, maybe even eating your favorite holiday cookies or hot chocolate or coffee, something that lights up you inside. Also giving yourself permission to sleep when you are tired, when you are not feeling well, even just resting in bed or laying with your loved one or the person that you are caring for, maybe just sitting on the couch and watching a TV show together or a movie, doing something that doesn't require a lot of energy. You can also take snowy, depending on the area that you live in, you can take winter walks, which are really good for your mental health, and also just a way to get out of your apartment or house, and kind of helps, like once again, like when I said with the dancing, it helps the endorphins, it helps clear your mind, getting fresh air, it helps clear your brain, helps clear up that brain fog that you are experiencing. Maybe you're experiencing, I mentioned a video of grief and holiday grief. It helps you kind of clear your mind and not have to think about something sad for a little while, or feeling overwhelmed, or even feeling that sense of brain fog. Doing errands, you can also break them up in days or hours. For my own personal opinion, like yesterday, I had to do grocery shopping and I had so many different things that I had to get, and I live in an apartment building that only has stairs. So what I had to do was get the big things first and bring them up, and they were the lightest, but they were the biggest, so I brought those up first, and then I went back out and I did the grocery shopping. And then I took a break in between that. And then I went out and went to the pharmacy, and then I took a break in between that time. And then I had to make lunch and dinner. So I took a break in between the pharmacy and making dinner, and I made dinner. And then I totally decided to take a break and eat the dinner that I made. And then by the time the evening came, I pretty much ate what I made for lunch, and then at nighttime I put the food away, but I broke up my day into little breaks in between the chores that I was doing, because my body just was too tired. I was feeling the effects of not only the winter weather, but I was also had doctor's appointments that I had to, I got the flu shot, and I got a booster shot, and that really knocked me out, and my body was just feeling the effects of it. I also have a lot of, I also had a lot of doctor's appointments leading up to December, and also during the first week of December, so my body was really feeling tired from the effects of all the doctor's appointments and the winter weather just happening all at once, because it started to rain and to snow, so my body was feeling those effects. So what I started to do was just listen to my body, be present in it, and instead of overworking myself, I watched holiday movies, and I broke up my day, and with those holiday movies, I would watch one holiday movie, go to the grocery store. Watch another holiday movie, go to the pharmacy. Watch another holiday movie while I was cooking, because that broke up my day. And I also, before I left to go to the grocery store the first time, I kind of had like I listened to, I think, a song on loop for like 4 times, and I just danced around the living room just to get my energy pumping, just because I knew that I needed to like feel better and needed to pump myself up, because I was going out to meet people, and I just wanted to have a better attitude, because I knew that I wasn't feeling well and I was feeling a little bit grumpy and down. So I just wanted to pump myself up before I went to the grocery store, because I knew that I would be bumping into people that I do kind of socialize with when I am out at the grocery store and at the pharmacy. because being a caregiver can be so lonely, I tend to gravitate towards people that I know are in my area because I kind of create a little community. They're just acquaintances, but I'm creating a community within where I feel less alone. So I have a social kind of life with acquaintances that I do bump into and do talk to, that are working at the grocery store and at the pharmacy, because it helps my mental health and it makes me feel better. And you don't necessarily have to do this. This is just my way of self-care. But breaking things up in your day, even when it comes to like the holiday season, if you are cooking a big meal and you're timing it out, maybe take a nap in between there, like in between the cooking of everything. If you feel too overwhelmed by family members, maybe just tell them that you're going to take a nap. Maybe accept if they offer to help you with the cooking, take advantage of it, because you know that by the following day, usually after the holiday, you're no longer going to have that help. So accept it while it's there, and if they are offering, always take advantage of the help. That is my biggest issue as a family caregiver. I am so hyper independent where I don't accept help from anybody because I'm so used to doing it by myself that I feel like if I accept the help from somebody else, it will throw me off. And I'm teaching myself to receive the help, especially during the holiday season, because you know it's going to go away. So just accept it while you have it, because you're not always going to have it. There's also to create some way of having non-burnout, you also just, if you don't even want to cook a big meal, just order in something. My family is planning on ordering Chinese food this Christmas, which we never do. We usually do like a big, huge meal. We've always done a big meal. We did a big meal this Thanksgiving, but this time we ordered from Farm Boy because it was kind of pre-made, and all we had to do was rewarm it up. So yeah, there's a way of delegating, and there's a way of ordering things that cut back on maybe having to do the work, and when you're too exhausted, you want to enjoy the holidays still. So maybe creating new traditions isn't such a bad thing, because you're actually taking care of yourself and you're putting yourself first. And it may look different, it may feel weird that maybe you're ordering Chinese food for Christmas or eating out at a restaurant, but sometimes you got to just listen to your body, and when your body says I can't do anymore, you have to figure out new traditional ways to do things. Also, when it comes to decorating your home, maybe a couple of years ago you did like the whole big thing, maybe even last year, like you did a whole big thing, and you just physically can't decorate to the point where you want to at that time, because maybe you're just feeling a little bit heavy this year, or maybe a little bit tired this year. Maybe cutting back on the decorations and decorating is good. You don't necessarily have to do the whole big thing, a whole big setup. Not just do what you can, and that will be good enough, because you will still have the magical holiday spirit. It just looks a little bit different. Just take care of yourself, because that is the most important thing, to have yourself be present during the holiday season, more so than wearing yourself out to the point of burnout. You may also experience after the holidays, you might be really, really tired. You might feel a void of family members because you have had that help in your life. You have opened that up for maybe a couple of days and accepted it, and all of a sudden everybody is gone. So you're going to feel like this void because you've been surrounded by people, and now you're alone and you're taking care of the person that you are either paid to take care of, a certain loved one, or a family member who you're taking care of. And that can leave a void and have you feeling very anxious and depressed. And just take time to maybe take a bubble bath or a shower, or do something very kind to yourself. Maybe eat some leftovers, or make your favorite meal. Maybe continue to watch a Christmas movie or a New Year's movie. Just because the holidays are over doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stop watching a Christmas movie or a holiday movie. There's no time limit really up until New Year's that you kind of have to cut yourself off from Christmas. And if it makes you feel good to continue to play that music of the holiday music, then why not? Because I mean, winter's hard enough as it is. When we are already into the holiday season, we're already dealing with so much overwhelm as it is. We're also experiencing maybe grief or anxiety or overwhelm of our own emotions, and things can become very overwhelming. And when people leave, when family members, after we've had like a big family gathering for a holiday, leaving that situation can feel very sad, and because there's an empty void again and you're back to normal real life, and there's like a sadness that's involved with that. And sometimes that leads to burnout because you do have stress and anxiety. And by taking care of yourself and by noticing these feelings in your body, by taking time out to nap and to delegate things like ordering groceries because you can't physically do it, or accepting somebody helping clean your house, whether you pay them or whether they're a family member that comes in and helps you clean your house. Accepting these things that will help you get further along, because we can't do it all as people and as one person, because we will burn ourselves out, and we do burn ourselves out. There is no real, there's no real sustainable magical potion that will help us from burning out. We can do a lot of breath work when we feel like we're going into anxiety or depression, or we feel our nervous system overreacting and over working. We can do a lot of breath work that does help with the burnout, but there's no real cure. So just focusing on getting enough sleep and taking naps, and maybe not doing as much as you used to do, because you have to listen to your body. Maybe when you feel a certain sad emotion come up, let it out. If you can't let it out, do a breath work, or watch a YouTube video for breath work that will help your body kind of naturally calm itself down. These are all things that help us, because there's no real cure to burnout. And especially when we live in a digital world, there is a 24/7 kind of lifestyle going on, where our TVs are going, our iPads are going, our phones are going, and there doesn't really feel like a lot of downtime. And also when you're caregiving for somebody, it's also overwhelming. And even when you are laying down with the person watching a television show or a movie, there doesn't feel like a lot of downtime, because you're constantly worried or in your head, or thinking about the next situation, or thinking about the next year, or going over your calendar for your next appointments, because those are sometimes endless. And you're also having to manage your own appointments, which can be also overwhelming. And especially when it comes to November and December, I find that people book appointments usually then, because it's the end of the year kind of checkups, and they are also so overwhelming. And as a caregiver, sometimes we forget to even put our medical stuff first, because we're just so used to taking care of the other person, and when we do book our appointments, they tend to end on either November or December, because we have put it off for so long that we're bombarded with a whole bunch of scheduling with our appointments, and they tend to overlap one another, and they happen to be up until Christmas, and it's just overwhelming because we have put it off for so long. So we're trying to take care of ourselves, and we're trying to bring our loved ones to their appointments and get their medications. And it's really overwhelming time as it is. I mean, Christmas shopping, you have to get gifts for loved ones. If you do that, you have to give maybe coworkers gifts. You have to do Christmas shopping for children if you have any. It's an overwhelming time, and you're trying to keep it magical, but you're also doing a job that is very as rewarding as it is. It's a very scary time, because you don't know when it's gonna be the last holiday for you and your loved one. So every Christmas you're kind of just like, this could be the last Christmas that I get to spend with this person. So there's a sense of overwhelm. Our nervous system is overreacting. The grief, the anxiety, the depression kind of kick in over top of, oh, I have to get gifts for my coworkers, my kids, my parents, my partner. We have to see our family members. We have to figure out who's cooking, which house we're going to. All of these things are very powerful and overwhelming, and as much as we want to make the magical season happen, we do feel a lot of overwhelming emotions that are, I don't necessarily say that are negative. I just say that are understandable, because they're normal emotions that we're feeling, such as sadness and depression, because you really never know when the last time you are going to see a family member again. And it can happen to anybody, not just a person that's terminally ill or anything. I mean, life happens where one day you can see a family member and the next they're gone, and it could just be from a random reason, like an incident or an accident. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen to the loved one that is terminally ill that you are caring for, or the person that has dementia, but you do worry about that on a heightened level, because it is a holiday season. So you need to take care of yourself, because you need to keep going, and if you're not taking care of yourself, you can't take care of the person that you love or that you're being paid to care for, because you are not taking care of yourself. And that, when you don't take care of yourself, that could mean that you're putting yourself in a situation where you may no longer be there. That could be the last Christmas for you, because you chosen to push all of your medical stuff aside and all of what your body is feeling, and you're just ignoring it because you were so focused on taking care of somebody else. And that's not going to help them if you are gone. So you need to focus on doing things that may not be in a traditional sense, and may have to create a new kind of tradition, so you can focus on taking care of yourself and your loved one, so you can all celebrate a magical season of the holidays that you create, that you can enjoy, and that you feel that you have this powerful amount of love, because I just think that the holidays are here to remind us about how magical love really is. It's not about the gifts. It's not about, it's not really about, for me anyways, it's not really about the gifts or the presents. It's about the love and having family members around, and reminding us how grateful we are that we do get to spend that time with them, because life on earth is very limited. We never really know when our time comes. So to have that magicalness of being around people that we love around the holidays is all that matters. That's why you need to just take care of yourself this holiday season, because without you taking care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. And if you're burnt out, the person that you are taking care of is basically stranded, and you can't do that to them, and you can't do that to yourself. So you got to listen to your body. You got to make new traditions that may not feel comfortable at the time. You got to give yourself, you got to find support in any way that you can, whether it be support groups or just finding people in your community to go to kind of talk to. They don't have to be your best friends. They can be acquaintances. Just making time to feel like a person, and creating a community around you that feels safe, whether it be with friends, whether it be with family, whether it be with both, or whether it be with complete strangers like support groups. They will help you through, because it is a sense of self-care. And I know that I've talked about this in 2 videos. I've talked about a grief support group, and I've also talked about a caregivers support group. And at the end of this video, I will be putting up the grief support group and also the caregiving support group, so you can check out those videos, because I have mentioned those a lot. But I do think they are a form of self-care. They help with your emotions and your mental health, and I think that they're really important, and I think that you should surround yourself, especially when you are a caregiver. You should really be putting yourself in groups that have to deal with grief, and also have to deal with just being a caregiver in general, because you need a community who understands, and you're also not burdening the person that you're caring for. And I also think the person that you're caring for should also join groups that fit whatever they're going through, so they can also help take care of themselves, because they have people that they can talk to, that they can relate to. And by also just doing the normal self-care things like taking a bubble bath, eating something that you like, enjoying a silly movie, maybe keeping up a traditional movie that you usually do, or movies that you usually do, that you do every year. Watch those, listen to holiday music, plug in your tree and let those lights shine. Just do these little simple things. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, do the same thing with your Hanukkah traditions, and whatever holiday you celebrate. Just do the holiday traditions, but maybe also find new ways to let yourself off the hook of not having to do this big holiday tradition, or letting somebody help you make the big meal, or like not just one person, maybe you have several family members that can help you cook the big family meal. Accept that help. Do it together, because it is fun, it is nice. And there's a sense of, when you work together to make something happen, it feels nice, because you get to sit there and you all got to make that meal together, and you accepted help, and you had fun while you did it. So just do things that really feel good to you this holiday season. Don't put pressure on yourself to be perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect. Delegate as much as you possibly can with any kind of chores, grocery shopping, cleaning, anything that you can afford to do that, so you can let yourself off the hook a little bit. Try to stop feeling guilty. As hard as it is, it's not an easy thing to not feel guilty for not being able to do it all, but also understand that it's okay that you can't do it all. You're human, you're perfect as you are, you're enough, you're doing the best that you can, that's enough. And just know that you are doing a wonderful job, whether you are being paid to take care of somebody's loved one, or you are a family caregiver who has chosen to take care of a family member that you love, or a friend, or even a neighbor. I want to leave you with this message. You are doing a wonderful thing, and continue to do that, but also take care of yourself so you can continue to do the beautiful thing that you are doing, which is taking care of somebody who needs that care and who deserves that care. And being a caregiver is a beautiful job. It's just important that we also take care and caregive ourselves so we can continue to caregive for somebody else. So we got to take care of ourselves. And yeah, and I will see you in the next video. I know I went a really long time with this video, but I really wanted to make clear that it's important to take care of yourself. Again, I will be leaving up I will be posting at the end of this video, there will be 2 videos about support groups, grief group, and also caregivers group. So just so you can revert back to those videos, you can check them out, see if they help you. They also deal with a lot of self-care in different ways, because support groups are constantly reminding us to reinforce us with our self-care. So check out those 2 videos. I will be leaving them at the end of this video, and I thank everybody so much for watching these videos, for participating in the comments, for taking the time to challenge each other, but do it in a respectful manner, for all the love and the comments that you guys are sending me. I really do just appreciate all the love and the support that you are giving my channel, because my channel is about caregivers, whether you are paid or unpaid, and we are here to support each other and to lift each other up and to change the world as caregivers, and to put a spotlight on caregivers, and to hopefully make the world a better place by putting the spotlight on this wonderful job that we do. And hopefully by making the world a better place, and by putting the spotlight on family caregivers, especially that are unpaid for the work that we do, we can start to make a difference in this world. So I just want to thank everybody once again for watching this channel. I will see you again next week with an all new video, and bye for now.